This is Roxrite. This is Lilou. Two world champion b-boys turning their cameras on the world's greatest b-boy crews. This is the Crew Code. Established 2005 in London, UK, the crew is Soul Mavericks, the breaking outfit that signaled to the world, the British are coming. The code is respect. And this is an inside look at the underground culture of b-boy crews.
The scene in the UK, as with everywhere else, probably around the same time, it was dead by 87, 88, it was the end. Some other people were kind of getting back into it. There were a few crews, not many, like more individuals than crews. There was a time when you prayed to get a UK crew in the first round, because then you knew you were in the second round. But Mavericks changed that forever. The plan was to put the UK back on the global international scene and to have strong presence on that scene. It was really hard, man, because people didn't believe in the vision. Yo, these kids were just milling around in the scene. They could break dance, but they didn't have breaking b-boy attitude, mentality, knowledge. So I was just like, all they need is some development, all they need is some direction, and they can go really far, you know?
Throughout the 90s and early noughts, popularity and interest in breaking had subsided in Britain. Kev Renegade had gone from boy to man, emerging from the cultural hangover. Compelled as the years ticked on, he hatched a plan to form a new supercrew to resurrect the UK scene. What he found was college breakdance society bookworms and rebellious local terrorways.
YouTube was terrible, AJ was terrible, Abdul was terrible. The only person I thought was any good was Mouse.
Like Soul Mavericks felt a family because everybody was got everyone's back, you know what I mean? Kevin and I already told you guys that, yo, we're gonna get hated, forget them. Who cares about those people? They're not doing anything.
So when Kev said, oh, you know, I want to build something, I was like, well, what have we got to do? You know, we're not really doing anything at the moment.
And then he told me you have to battle to get in the crew, and that was not a concept that I knew about. I come from university study, I was just breaking for fun.
Yeah.
It was that knowing that you have to earn your respect, you have to show them that you're serious about what you want to do. And I was scared.
I've been working with Hooch for a couple of years, and he shared a feeling that he had about UK crews at UK champs.
I think everybody used to say the same thing, what's going on? Why is the UK level so low? There didn't seem to be any battle tactics, there didn't seem to be any confidence.
The most important was Hooch saying, probably not going to have a UK crew at the champs this year, and me thinking, that's the end of the UK scene.
At the same time, I had opened a dance studio called Breakstation, and he just said to me, look, give me one chance. I've got an aim, a goal as well, to put together a proper crew that will represent the UK properly.
The floor. The colour was a bit different, but this is where it began.
This was our office, this was Breakstation, this was the first dedicated b-boy studio ever in England. Yeah. It wasn't until that plan was hatched that this studio actually got used.
I was 15, 16 and stayed till till 3, 4 in the morning. Go get a kebab and go home. Back then, Kev was actually pretty ruthless. He's softer now.
An average day was wake up in the morning, I had a full-time job, and then I'd come home at like 6 o'clock. I'd get maybe 2 hours sleep, and then I'd go to Breakstation. From 10 till 2, 3 in the morning, and I would drill the guys, and then do the same thing again and again. It was just brutal, because it was just a lot of training that they weren't used to, that's all it was. Harder, harder, and rest. Time, Sunny, up. More in the front. Fix it. I think think that changed the dynamic of the crew a bit as well. Like, yo, if you're not that serious, find something else to do. Spin. But I'm supposed to tell you what you're ready and not ready for, you know, and you're meant to fight. That's why I like Spin, because every time I say, yo, this is gonna happen, he's like, no, it's not. Looking for approval is like an ongoing thing. I'll give you approval when you win a competition or something like that. The race against time was about 2 or 3 months, from the idea of let's do this to the D-Day.
Because in UK Champ it's only 8 crew.
Yes.
From all around the world, and we have like 1 crew from UK.
Yeah. And we're up against your crew, Pokemon.
Yeah.
One of the best crews in the world at that time, and we got them first round. Yeah. You have to go in there to win. It was like, okay, these guys are not rolling over and dying, and then you come out and the energy of the battle changes, right? It was a good battle, and it was strategy. It was a battle of strategies. Mavericks brought that back. We want to win, and we want to bruise someone, even if we lose. We lost the battle, but no more taking it easy against the UK. No, 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 no. So,
This flipping guy.
it's alright for like a little girl. You know, that first couple of years took a lot out of me. So it's about building a hierarchy as well. I don't need to do all the micromanaging anymore. So I'm like the dictator. And then I'd have a general. First generation, it was Gabs. It's been through Abdul, Gavin, and it's at Spin at the moment. I had confidence that I knew what I was talking about. So my crew was going to be strong regardless. And other crews were meant to see that and be like, okay, we want to beat Mavericks. Not with the internet. Like, we want to beat them in real life.
His squad's aim was to stay together for 1 year. They stayed together for 10. Slowly, crew members began winning at global events, earning Soul Mavericks stripes. Though back home, the hunger for respect was to bring about new tensions.
Sometimes people have an opinion of you. You call them out in a cypher or in a club or wherever you are at a jam. And that's how my name started to get more recognized in the UK, for being the guy that would go around and battle you.
Do your thing, I'm telling you now.
Yo, it's a battle,
If you put yourself in a position where you're gonna be in the spotlight, you're gonna get disrespected at some point. It all started when we had a difference of opinion online. The opinion is related to North and South, so, oh, it's North and South thing now? Okay, cool, we can do North and South. He came out, we did the thing. It was more about making a point, you know, again, for the respect.
There's a lot of mixed opinions about Soul Mavericks in the UK, but when they wanted to teach me stuff when I was younger, I was over the moon, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, teach me everything. But there was a big inspiration for me before I even knew them. I know a lot of crews in the UK, if I came from them and went to Soul Mavericks, it would have been a big problem. Like, oh, why you do that, you traitor?
Despite the younger generation feeling a north-south divide, elders like Kev look past any notion of interregional politics. He sets out on a journey to the north of England to train 2 young prodigies that he hopes one day the nation will pin their hopes on.
Well, we're in the north right now, and I don't really care, right?
Yeah.
It's great to have them as part of our legacy, you know what I mean? To provide opportunities for the next generation and for people globally to see what's happening in the UK.
It's really fun, like as we get to play around with them, they teach us moves and like help us.
We don't just like dance with them, we can play around, and sometimes I like to beat them up sometimes. Not in a bad way.
These northerners.
Surpassing world expectations yearly, Kev Renegade's mission is ongoing to unite fragments of a British underground. In a land that dismisses the culture, it takes an OG to gather troops, fly the flag, and advance the dance.
It doesn't matter what you win or where you come or whatever else. You have to keep it up and you have to be consistent, or else the respect just fades away. As long as we're repping, as long as one person's got that t-shirt that says Soul Mavericks UK, that's the job done, man.
Soul Mavericks, a crew that came for the respect and earned it. To keep respect, they know there's always still work to be done.